Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. They are greatly appreciated. They do mean the world to me. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs, so it is a broad spectrum reading. I speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. It's originally created for Friday, the 11th of August, but if you're seeing it on a different day, don't get caught up in the date. If the reading still makes sense to your current situation, by all means utilize the reading. I believe that readings can be timeless and the information can find us when we need it rather than when it was originally created for. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing my channel, what decks I'm using during the reading, how to follow me on social media, either at my Instagram or my Facebook business page. If you're interested in private reading, those are available. You would need to initiate the conversation at either of those two places. Please know, I will not initiate or try and reach out to you to sell you a reading, so if anybody were to do that, it's more than likely an imposter. There's also easy ways to support the channel. You can do so by watching the video in its entirety, which helps my YouTube watch hours, hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the reading, sharing the video out, leaving me a question or comment, and subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so you get notified when I do put up new content, which is usually daily. What else do I need to say? I think that's really it. If you hear me referring to cards that you don't see in this reading, I'm referring to the Sunday reading, which is the underpinning energy that's happening kind of as the base layer in the background of the cards that we're looking at today. So that video populates in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video if you want to check that out and see what I'm talking about. And let's see what the cards or spirit wants to know. I hope you guys have all had a great Lionsgate portal. It's been interesting to say the least. Let's see what these cards want us to know. Alright, our card for the day is the Three of Wands. Wands is that fire energy, that energy of action, desire. It can indicate travel. It's the element of spirit, desire, passion, new growth even, or new inspiration. The threes to me always indicate an alignment of mind, body, spirit. So we might be lining up our desires in some way, shape, or form and looking to the future as to where we want to go, head, or be, how we want things to look or transform or change in our life, what we desire, and start to begin to look at the path of how to get there. This man's sitting on a cliff kind of waiting for his ship to come in. It's almost like, to me, this is a card of like sort of manifestation, because the ship may not be there, but he's kind of waiting in anticipation, knowing that it's coming, regardless of whether or not he can see it. So we may want to have that sort of energy during this time, that energy of excitement, anticipation, inspiration, even joy, you know, like the anticipation of it. Sometimes they talk about, like with Abraham Hicks, they talk about, you know, dwell in the feeling of the good feelings of what it would feel like to have the thing that we want. And then in doing so, even if we do that as little as like up to 17 seconds, we can begin to open up the pathway towards that thing. And that's kind of like this Three of Wands energy. Underpinning this is from the midweek is the Emperor, which is also fire energy or Aries energy. And he's going to be determined in taking action as to what he wants. But we're also shifting into the end of the week card, which is the Queen of Cups. So intuitionally and emotionally, we're going to be able to understand and feel what it is that we want. And kind of intuit our way there too. She's probably the most, I would say, psychic or empathic card of the deck, oftentimes associated with the water sign, but predominantly with the sign of Cancer. So she's extremely nurturing. She's extremely in tune. So listening to our spirit and our intuition, our emotions at this time would be key. We saw a lot of Cups energy in yesterday's reading too, and we've seen the Ace of Cups twice this week. So something new is coming. Our new ship is on the horizon, so to speak. We have to believe that it's there and that it's possible, is my feeling with this Three of Wands, right? We need to kind of build the idea, the desire. Yesterday's card was that Page of Pentacles, which is a 3D, earth card, but it's about kind of what he plants begins to set forth new opportunities for the future. And now here we have the Three of Wands looking to the future, going, okay, how do I want my buds to grow? And we're not talking about those, the buds that we smoke. We're talking about, I don't smoke buds, but some of you may. The new growth or the new opportunities that we want to see manifest in our life. And so this is it can be a very exciting energy, even though it might be dealing with something that feels, I don't know if dreamlike is the right word, but fantasy or imagination, getting into that good feeling and feeling it, because the Queen of Cups is underneath this. She's going to be about the feelings, and then allowing those feelings to intuitively guide us towards taking the action, the anticipation, the focus or attention towards what it is we want or how it is we want it. And that's kind of this Three of Wands energy to me. The Emperor, kind of still overlapping in this, would be about when we feel good and we're sensing it or we're intuiting it, he's going to give us the right indications as to when and where to take the correct action, or who and how to trust those around us that can help serve us to get us to our goal, right? He's going to be very clear, precise, and authoritative in the decisions that he makes. The Queen of Cups is going to be very much tied into how it makes us feel. And all of those two coupled together should bring us to this Three of Wands, which is really a card of inspiration and, like I said, anticipation of something new being on the horizon. And as we walk through this Lion's Gate, we should be using this energy to our advantage to start to create, because they talk about the Lion's Gate being sort of the doorway to set up for the next year of manifestation or what it is we want. I don't necessarily know that we have to have a very clear path per se. That's kind of the openness of this Three of Wands. We can have a couple of different irons in the fire or possibilities at hand that all feel good. The Queen of Cups, to me, feels like she's going to intuitively feel her way through what feels best and pursue that and best from a place of our own self-care or nurturing, right? From a place of kindness, heartfelt, true feelings of what it is that we need and how we need to feel to make it happen. I hope that makes sense. Let's go to the Moonology manifestation card. New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. New moons are about creation, which is sort of the energy of this Three of Wands. Sagittarius is fire energy, which is these three wands here. We are in Leo season. We are in the Lion's Gate portal. We've walked through the portal, so to speak. We're still feeling that energy. That's the new moon of, new moons are about creation and building and beginning new. Focus on the positive. When I see that, it's like the Queen of Cups is telling us to focus on what feels good, what intuitively feels correct for us. Then from there, allow that good feeling or that intuition to spark that desire within us for this Three of Wands anticipatory energy or manifestational energy to shoot us forward. Sagittarian's the archer. He takes aim and takes the shot. We may not know exactly how we're going to get there, but the Emperor will help us make clear decisions in how we go about taking next steps. If it means, taking action, making, plans for travel, making big choices. Because the fire signs, in my opinion, can be about that, making quick, impulsive decisions and dealing with the aftermath later, not worrying about the outcomes, if that makes sense, right? So focus on that positive and how that feels to you with that Queen of Cups underpinning this, and then let this new moon expand you. Sagittarius is associated with the planet Jupiter, which is a planet of expansion and good luck, big gifts, big changes and shifts in positive ways. So let's look at the clarifiers. We have the Seven of Pentacles, nice grounded energy, kind of looking at where we've been, what we've been doing. Is now the time to harvest? What work needs to be done? It can also be a pause so that we can connect to our emotions and our intuition and to our spiritual desires and kind of harmonize them into this three energy to shoot off into this new moon and Sagittarian energy of focusing on the positive. We have the Four of Pentacles. We saw him the other day. I feel like all of this Pentacles energy is telling us that whatever we're working on now emotionally and spiritually, whatever we're focusing on positively, we could potentially be manifesting in our 3D world. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be about being miserly or an energy of lack. I don't get that with this. I get this as a more of a stability of holding on to what we have and working on how do we grow it effectively, productively, with discernment, with a grounded sense of practicality. Even though there is a lot of emotion and spirit at work here, we can align these pentacles with that to kind of push us forward or give us that solid foundation to jump up off of, or to begin to pick the next new steps that will bring us in the correct direction. The last card, we saw both of these together. Oh, this is so weird. This is the Four of Swords. This is about meditation, clearing our thoughts, what we communicate, how we communicate. At previous reading, when was it? Wednesday's reading, we saw both the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles together in the same order. First the Four of Pentacles, then the Four of Swords. This may be about stabilizing our 3D world and what we have around us, being grateful for it, and then going into this state of the Four of Swords, which is shutting out outside opinions, thoughts, needs of others, and listening to our own self, right? Not only emotionally, because the Queen of Cups is underpinning all of this, and emotionally and intuitionally, but also mentally. The Four of Swords is about stabilizing our thoughts, taking that breather, taking that pause. We also see the pause here with the Seven of Pentacles. So, and the Four of Pentacles too gives me this idea that there's no need to rush this, right? And the Queen of Cups is not a card of rushing either. She's more about, I want to get into the feels of it. Does this feel right? Does this feel like productive work? Is this leading me towards, my desire? And we may need to clear out some of our thoughts, our opinions, our communications, how we communicate with ourselves, get clearer on that through this Four of Swords and this meditation sort of space, and stabilize ourselves in our day-to-day world with the Four of Pentacles there, and then really look at what we're working towards and how best to take next steps to create what it is we want. Always taking, this aspect of staying focused on the positive. Let's go to the grounding stone. This is just a principle we should ground in during the day while we're working with these energies. And it is on Snowflake Obsidian, and it is sharing. I think this is about sharing not only our emotional feelings from the Queen of Cups, but also sharing our spiritual desire or want, our manifestational desire with our emotions, with our mental, with our body, with what we're doing in the 3D world, and kind of aligning them to put them forward. That it's about balance to me, sharing all aspects. That's what I said originally with this Three of Wands, is the mind, body, spirit coming together. And we have the Queen of Cups kind of underpinning this, which could be the emotions or the spirit in a way. The mind is the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and then this here is the body, or the 3D is these Pentacles cards. We have spirit here in the Three of Wands also. So everybody's kind of represented and at the party. So intermingling them or having them share amongst one another what it is they want and aligning them is going to be key for us today to allow us to sort of set forth on this new path or move towards what feels good, what feels right, what feels positive towards us. Remember, the grounding stone for the week is honor. So honor all aspects of yourself, how you feel, what you think, the work you put in, the desire you feel, the actions you want to take. Take all of that into this Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles space and kind of ground it and get clear on it, and then begin to find the positive aspects of it and allow that to begin to create through this new moon in Sagittarius energy. I think that it's funny to me, but I feel like there's something big on the horizon and we don't realize it yet. And we're just in the process of kind of owning that or getting in sync with shifting towards that with what I'm seeing in these cards. And so I want to say prepare yourself, but I think that that's what these cards are saying, is to get prepared. Clear your mind, stabilize yourself in your world, however you need to do that. and then begin to dream again, feel again, emote again, desire again, and then go after that. Focus on the positive feelings of that desire and let it carry you. I hope that makes sense, you guys. If you enjoyed the reading, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hitting that notification bell. Leave me a question or comment and share the video out. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.